Hey everyone, Papercut here with another replay review. This time we got LL5 and PC Menzies, a duo team playing Biz in French against Cooley and Little 7 Adrian Malian on Rocky River. So LOL asked me to do this replay review. He is a team player with his buddy PC Menzies. They do Byzantine in French, so let's see how the game goes. Well, they lose, but let's see what they could have done better. Now we're not going to watch all 40 minutes just because it's a long time. So we're trying to get what could have gone better probably within the first 20. At this level, it's usually you should be able to win the game in 20 minutes. If it goes longer, it's because you probably made a mistake somewhere. And your opponent has also probably made a mistake, but yeah. Good early scouting team pattern, both taking a side, both getting lots of sheep, both clearing. The key is, in team games, it's really important that you are scouting and see what your opponent opens with. And it's also important that you guys have a strategy, like something you are doing that then is being adjusted as you see what your opponent's doing. So Adrian and Malians feels like you guys need to all in them. Letting them both get to castles is bad news. Malian cow boom, that's a lot of resources. And the HRE just getting all the relics is bad news as well. And also Rocky River, the resources, if you look at the map, are so far away from the initial bases that if you can put a lot of pressure, they'll run out of resources. Everything else is like in the middle. So if you pressure them hard enough, you can kind of bleed them dry if they try to rush castle. Checking HRE player. Grand Winery up. Good opening macro. And we're off. That's a lot of sheep, my man. Try to push the sheep under the TC. So the way you do that, so like you try to move one sheep as close to the TC as possible, and then click the other sheep and have them move, like box over the other sheep, and have them move, and then click the sheep that's under the TC, and they will move under the TC with the sheep. So we want to be there seeing what they're opening with. Entry player is doing Aachen forward Aachen too, so it's really exposed. And Malian player does the Saharan Channel work to guard the initial pit mine, because that's the only gold that's... all their golds are pretty far away, so they're trying to at least have one pit mine protected. Feels like you should be raiding the HRE player. One Ville down. Glad you didn't chase. Good. And just deny gold. Like, honestly, if you just sit here, you need to, scout and see if they have any back golds, which they do. They have this back gold. It's completely open to being attacked, but at this point, you could just sit on his gold, and that's success. I mean, he's on the front wood line right next, like, completely wide open. So move your scout up, because his units are right here. And it appears, LO, you are rushing. And now you're making units. This took way too long. So now you're on 5 villagers on wood. You should have already dropped. You could have dropped production the second you hit age up. You dropping the tower is a waste of resources. It slowed your tempo. You haven't made any units yet. You already could have spearmen, archers. My suggestion is archers. You could already had archers, and you should also be making longbows. You could already have archers and longbows here, helping him, because you know they're going to be making spears. So the fact that you're just adding production at the 6-minute mark, it's way too slow. You don't need the tower. You're pressuring. You're, as a team, are pressuring. So instead, this should have been an immediate archery range drop and mercenary house drop. And you should be doing archers and longbows to support your buddy on knights. Actually insane that he is just on wood right here, completely for free. Scout. Keep moving around. Keep scouting. You want to see where his other resources are at. He's literally right here. That's I can't believe he now he moved them, but you had a chance there. You really had a chance. And you guys have done a lot of damage. HRE players down on gold. They're both going into spears. If you guys just if you just had archers crossing the map right now, you guys could drop a ran and push, or you could just rush castle at this point. Like, you've done so much damage. One of you could rush castle. I suggest Byzantine rush castle. But really, you guys need to make rams and push at this point. You're doing great. Like, even if you don't rotate to any other resources, you're doing really good right here. Just keeping the HRE player off gold. Well, how slow you are to be making units, it's bad. Like, still no units. And you have the resources for it. You have a lot on food. You put a lot of villagers on food considering that you're not making units at all. I don't like Keshiks. Why are we doing Keshiks? I said that because your French player is doing knights. So the point of a team game is that you want to do things that complement each other. So him doing knights means you should be doing longbows and archers because he is me facing spears. Lo and behold, here's spears. And he has to run away. Now imagine if you had even 3 archers here. He could take this fight because you could pepper the spears. Like the counter is very obvious, yet you are slow to help your buddy. You're adding olive groves, which is fine if you have a lot of extra wood, but like prioritize making units and then any extra wood after queuing units, then add farms. Especially because if you guys are pressuring, you have all of these berries in the center you could take without fear, really. So right now my biggest thing is just really lack of early pressure from you is hurting your guys' ability to follow up on this really good early damage that your French buddies got. Okay, now we're getting together, but this is, man, this is just so late. Fight with him, fight with him. You guys let 2 spears run you back to your base. They are all spears and archers. This is crazy. Now he's getting to, and look what this did. Now he's getting to add cattle. Now he's rushing gold. Like, none of this would have been possible if you had just been making archers from the jump. So like, the thought process is, what is the strategy that has the most synergy between our 2 civs? Oftentimes you see maybe like one civ be aggressive, the one rushes castle, or they both attack, but they attack using units that complement each other. The fact that you took so long making archers, this is what the entire game hinges on right here. That you had them locked down and then you had to run away. And you're making Keshiks too, which is just, in my opinion, just not good synergy. You have a buddy who's making knights. Get the horticulture upgraded, really help your berry gathering. Oh, we're taking forever to repush. Make a scout. You both lost your scouts. Make a scout. Well, you don't have a stable, but your buddy can make scouts. Make scouts. Why is he making horsemen? You're French. You never make horsemen. Never. Don't make horsemen. Make knights. And this is dangerous because the stealth forest does exist in the center of this map. So like you need scouts. Oh, this is just micro issue. French player cannot attack and fight in the middle of all these spears, especially because he just had horsemen. He has had metal arms charge the archer line. Like the way the micro has to work is that the French player keeps half diving the spears to keep them forward while the archers just pepper the spears. And the second you work down the spear mass, then the knights can just dive on and kill everything. Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. You have to go all in at this point. HRE players gonna start having relics. Malian player's not far behind. He has no defenses. You've just killed his units. Like, you guys just want to fight. You guys have killed a lot of units. You're at 33, 18, 10, 16. So yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You need to dive right now and push off resources and get vill kills. And the way you know that is because you just killed a bunch of units and you didn't lose really anything. So that means that you have, and they just hit castles, so they spend all those resources. So you have to follow up right now. I would not send your entire army to hunt for relics. This is a waste. You guys need to be pushing. Have a few archers make rams, but you could have pushed without the ramps. Like, you're making rams for what reason? He has no towers. You could have just dove this instantly, pushed all these villagers, and killed a bunch of villagers too, and just chased vills. Your knights will chase down vills. He gets 15 garrison slots and 37 vills. That means 22 vills are free to kill. They have nowhere to hide. You guys could just dove and kill them easily. Do you have a blacksmith oath? You need to get arrow defense immediately. And you need a blacksmith to get arrow attack immediately. But this should have been an immediate dive. to kill and then maim them for daring to be so greedy as to rush castle when you guys have this many units. It's taking so long. And you've stopped making units. No, your archers should not be shooting men at arms. Your archers should only be shooting veteran donzos, while the knights kill the men at arms, then dive the javelin throwers. Yeah, that's the right thing to do. Chase. Look how many villas you just killed. He has 33 alive. He should not have that many, because once again, if you had died instantly earlier, none of these towers are there to hide in. But the knights running away left your archers to basically die. Those javelin throwers. He just built a bunch of towers in the back. That's funny. And now the Malian player is just producing a lot of units. And now you're aging up. This game is still like readily in hand. The biggest issue was the early game. At this point, you need to age up. And my suggestion would be you go pure Vangarian Archer, and your buddy does Knight Arbitrary. Men at arms kill the spears. Arbitrary kill if he goes. Arbitrary are just great units in general, but they kill if the men at arms, as well as do well against Sofa. Knights are just good against everything. And archers kill spears as well. Now you guys overstayed your welcome and everything's died. You lost all your units after you aged up. Yeah, your eco's really messed up. You have nothing on wood. You use too many villagers to build, so since you spent all your wood on archery ranges, and now you can't make any units because you didn't have anything on wood. So you overdid that a little bit. Right, move here. Man, that's a lot of farms. Boar, deer, shorefish, deer, shorefish, deer. Like, my point being is, you wasted so much wood, your buddy wasted so much wood on farms, when he could have just been feasting all these central food sources because you guys have been pushing, which allowed him to just make a lot more units because those food sources are a lot better than feudal farms. So when you're being aggressive, take the resources on the map because that will just keep fueling your aggression. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna stop there. We're stopping there because I think I've pretty much identified the biggest reason why this game has gotten to the point it has, which is now you've got HRE and Malians get to the spot they want to be in. Malian is now multi-TC. They have their cows up. They can make a bunch of units. HRE, you did a lot of damage to them, but they have the relics, so if they can just get Swabia down, they'll be fine. So really, you need to be pushing him and just finishing him, or all in the Malian player, because he's the strong one. Either way, you just need to pick one and like go for it. But let's see how long it takes for you to take a fight here. If you guys don't fight together, it's gonna be a big issue. I like the keep drop here, but I need no. You don't make knight. You don't make men at arms. Don't make men at arms. French player, just make knights and arbitrary. Just knights. Let your Byzantine player cover everything else. You're the knight guy. You make knights. That's what you do. You're waiting way too long to push. So the main thing you have to remember is you did a lot of damage to the HRE player, so you need to push before he gets back in the game, and you guys fought separately. All right, there we go. That's the last. That's the last thing we need. So let's converge. What happened here? You basically are 2v1 because you've done so much damage to the HRE player, and instead of fighting together, you took a fight 1v1 against the opponent that is stronger, which is the Malian player, and lost all your units. You're a team. Fight together. Cool. So with that, let's summarize. First, the biggest thing is you guys will win a lot of games just doing feudal all in, with you going pure archer longbow and your buddy doing pure knights. You being so long to get archers there ruined all the early advantages that Menzi has created with his knights and his raids. 2, once you've pushed them back, you can either rush castle, but you could also just drop cataphracts or Carasophons and immediately push. I'm gonna do a lot of damage just immediately pushing with Carasophons. And just keep them off resources. You've been fine. Third, when you've taken a fight and won and they rush castle, you need to dive instantly dive. Don't really wait for the rams, just go. You would have been way better if you just gone immediately. And 3, fight together. Fight together. Cool. Hope you learned a lot from that. If you have any questions, let me know, and good luck on your games.